Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Meenaal Fatma and today we're going to be discussing about a very important topic which is very important for all those who are planning to give their exams in the nearby future, or in fact from any time onwards from January 4th. So just give me a second. As I always take a couple of seconds, I request you guys to spare me the couple of seconds so I can connect it with my phone quickly. Yep. I've tried to experiment today with the screen today. So earlier we used to find it difficult to put the video and the slide together. Things used to just keep chopping off. So let's see if this works better. So yes, so this is a yes, I think we are connected. Great. So yes, as I was saying, this is a live chat, so you can have a conversation with me by typing in your point of views, your questions in the comment section, and we can talk through the entire problem that you have. Okay, so by the way, all those who are not yet part of my different social media groups, make sure आप वहाँ पे connect हो जाओ, because बाद में भी अगर कुछ आपको कुछ पूछना है या कुछ बात करनी है, if there's any question that is still pending even after I finish the video, you can get back to me. And also all my videos, in all my videos, I make sure that I take suggestions from my students. So in case there's any topic or if there's any question that you want to suggest for me to take a video or make a video on, or you want me to talk about, you can let me know. Okay, so I'm available on different social media groups, as you can see on the screen. Let me just quickly work out my pen here. Great, got it. So I'm available on Telegram, that's my Telegram channel name, Instagram and Facebook. I'm also available on Unacademy as well, so you can drop down a message directly on Unacademy too. Okay, we have Sumit here. Hi Sumit, good afternoon. Now today's video is a very important one, and a lot of students have been messaging me personally asking if it's something that is going to be like a drastic change or not. So I thought I'm just going to present it over here in front of you guys. Okay, and first of all guys, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel and you're watching us for the first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, because we have many videos coming up literally each and every day, not just from me, from other educators as well. So I'm sure you don't want to miss any of them, because all of them are really productive from your exam point of view. Okay, so make sure you press the bell button and you'll be notified every time there's a video coming up. You want to grab an 8777? That's amazing. Sumit, tell me about yourself, Sumit. Are you attending my video for the first time? Are you attending my class for the first time? What do you do? When is your exam? So today we'll be going through the listening module. Okay, so I thought first I'll push you through to discuss the test format itself, and as we discuss the test format, we'll also parallelly discuss all the changes that have come in the test format, either computer based or paper based. We'll be going through all of them. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. Now before I start, there's one thing that I want to tell you, because a lot of students have been panicking because of the changes, and they've been messaging me. So first of all guys, the thing is that these changes are not as drastic. They are relatively very minor, but it's definitely important to know your test format in detail. And I always stress on the fact that it should be your step one to understand the test format properly, because there are hidden scores behind these test formats, which makes the entire test preparation crucial, where you need to understand the test format properly. ठीक है, तो बहुत ही minor changes हैं, but I'll tell you how it can affect you and how you can work through them and how it will not affect you a lot. Okay, Sumit, you watched my video on Unacademy, so basically you're talking about the special class. Great. You're giving your GT exams. Great. So this class, this session is very important for you because ये सारी चीज़ें आपको दिमाग में रखनी होगी. Now honestly guys, listening test is one test which can actually boost up your scores. And before I talk about it, let me quickly introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Meenaal. Professionally, I'm an architect and an urban designer. I've done my bachelor's from Birla Institute of Technology, that's in Mestre Ranchi, which is the main center. And from there on, I moved to London, where I did MArch from a School of Architecture. I have lived, worked and studied in London for the past 2 years. Just give me a second guys, I just want to work out the screen a little bit better. Just hold on, because it looks a little bit too, I guess it's gonna be a lot better now. It won't be looking like squeezed up. Great. Let's see if the screen looks a lot better. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better now, isn't it? Earlier it was looking like something was squeezed in. Great. So yes, as I was saying, I've lived, worked and studied in London for the past 2 years. I've also worked in some cities in India. I was in Dubai for a few months working before I moved to London, and I've given the exams myself, and I've put up my listening scores here. In Ielts I got, so I got an 8, and in Ielts UKVI as well I got an 8. So honestly guys, this is one module which you can actually push a lot to get a high band score, because this one is relatively easy if you understand the tricks and strategies for attempting each different types of questions, and you learn to eliminate the unnecessary disturbances around you. You can literally get an 8.5 and 9 literally. It's relatively easier than your other modules. Okay, but there are certain difficult areas which you could easily master. Now let's go through the test format quickly, and then we'll move forward to changes in those test format. Okay, Sumit, earlier you got a 6.5 overall. Okay, ठीक है, तो roughly you're targeting like one band score ऊपर, so you're targeting roughly around 7.5. 7.5. Great. So how's your preparation? So you literally have last 10 days for your revision. How's your revision going? So in terms of the test format, you roughly get 30 minutes overall to complete your test. And after those 30 minutes, you have those additional minutes to transfer your answers. Now the key is actually in this particular area. If you master these understand the importance of these last few minutes, you can actually work out your 30 minutes a lot more seriously. ठीक है, तो अगर आपको पता है कि आपको लास्ट में टाइम मिल रहा है अपने आंसर्स को ब्यूटीफुली लिखने में, क्लियरली लिखने में, So you can avoid giving your attention to writing full words. Maybe you can just write abbreviations. Maybe you can put couple of guesses that you have. Maybe you can just scribble down multiple guesses that is coming in your head. Maybe you can just write in the worst of your handwritings, right? So you can try and use this additional minute to understand that you need to eliminate as many distractions as possible for your 30 minutes, and your 30 minutes should only be majorly focusing on what you hear. Okay, now your IELTS listening would have roughly 4 sections में आपको 10 questions each रहेंगे, ठीक है? तो टोटल टू टोटल आपके 40 questions हो गए, तो आपको हर क्वेश्चन पे 1 मार्क्स मिलेंगे, एंड there's nothing like half mark or 1 full mark जो हमें अपने स्कूल कॉलेजेस में मिलता था. So it's none of that like that, and at the same time there's nothing like negative marking too. So either you get a score or you don't get a score, right? So either it's a 1 or a 0, nothing in between. And listening module is kind of same for both the exam, either if you're giving academic or general training, दोनों का format same रहता है. Okay? Now, if we talk about the 4 different parts of the test which we just discussed, कि आपको 4 different parts रहेंगे आपके listening module में, okay? So हर different part में you'll hear a different sort of a conversation, and all those who are joining in, guys, keep introducing yourselves so I know who's listening to me. Yes. So you will hear 4 different types of recording from English speakers, and then on the basis of what you hear, you have to put down your answers. Now, all those people who've been asking me कि ma'am accent कौन सा आएगा नहीं आएगा, this is something that nobody can tell you, and this is nowhere written, because it is completely on your luck on that particular day what happens. Okay, it could be British, it could be American, it could be Canadian, it could be literally anything. Like for example, I got IELTS when I gave the IELTS, I got normal American English, and when I gave IELTS UKVI, I had a British accent coming up completely. So you have to just get a little versed with all the different types of accents too. Okay, now in your first part of the recording that you would hear, it would generally be a conversation between 2 people who are talking about something that is relatively regular in social context. Okay, next one would be a monologue set in an everyday social context. For example, like a speech about local facilities. So technically it's like a speech. It could be on any day-to-day topic. It could be, or for example, what's on the screen, but it's relatively like a one person giving out a speech. Okay, your third part is generally a conversation between up to 4 people set in an educational or training context. For example, a university tutor and a student discussing an assignment. Now this part becomes a little tricky because you have to work out the different voice modulation कि कौन क्या बोल रहा है, किसने क्या बोला. So it becomes a little tricky for this part. Okay, part 4 is, okay, I can't see my pen running around. Got it. Part 4 is going to be yet again a monologue for an academic subject, like for example, like a university lecture, right? So you'll have a long speech that will be relatively like a university lecture. Now this is again, it has its own difficulty that generally the conversation that you're going to hear, the speech that you're going to hear will be relatively really long. And since it's related to academic subject, there will be relatively a number of technical terms that will keep coming up, and the switching off one subject to the sub-subject becomes a little tricky to catch hold on. Okay, So all 4 of them have their own levels of being difficult and their own levels of being easy. You just have to understand their strategies, which I can help you in my plus classes. Now the different types of questions that you could possibly see are map collection, diagram labeling, form completion, note completion, sentence completion, summary completion, short answer questions, table completion, flowchart completion, as well as multiple choice questions, right? Honestly, like there are a couple of them that you can sum up together. For example, map, diagram, flowchart, they could be some clustered together in terms of graphical representation, but you need to understand the strategies of doing each of them. So when you actually approach them, the moment you see the question, you know which category of question you have and how you can solve them very smartly. And that's how my approach is in my plus classes too. I pick up each and every question category. I discuss the strategies of how you can get the answers smartly and quickly, and then I move forward to doing a sample which will actually help to understand what theoretical strategies that I just mentioned. Okay, moving on, let's now go to the changes in the test format. Since now we've already understood the test format, let's move ahead and see what are the changes. So now you're going to see that they're not really as major, but it's important to know and understand these things. Now first of all these changes are relevant from 4th January onwards. So 4th January 2020 से ये चल रहा है, and is gonna be so basically for all those who are planning to give their exam अभी से लेकर आगे तक as we move forward during the year. So सबके सारे listening tests में this format will be used. So you have to be careful, you need to know them. Okay, now the first one is changing the word section to parts. Okay, जनरली हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि अभी जैसे मैंने आपको बताया है कि 4 डिफरेंट सेक्शंस होंगे कि एक रिकॉर्डिंग में आप ये सुनोगे, दूसरे रिकॉर्डिंग में ये, तीसरे में ये, चौथे में ये. So now when we used to say sections, now it's just going to be shifted to parts, right? So when you will hear the instructions in the audio recording itself, they would not say sections. Like earlier they used to say, look at the questions, look at the section 2, question 1 to 4, right? So instead of that, they're going to shift to, let's look at part 2, questions 1 to 4, something like that. Okay, so they're just gonna not use the word section anymore and they will shift it to parts. Okay, so you'll have part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4. Next one is removing the part 1 example. This is one of the most critical thing that can possibly affect you, because earlier what used to happen that before starting the listening module, the example used to give a little bit time and mental preparation to students before they started the exam, right? And also giving a little bit time for a little to just get in the zone and get into the practice of how the exam is going to follow up. Now that's gonna not be there, so since that is not there anymore, you will have to be spontaneous and you have to just immediately start your exam. So you need to be alert and you need to be a lot more careful that there's no example that is coming up. You'll directly jump up to doing the questions. Okay, next one is they've removed the page number references. Now page number references, it's yet again something that is not such a big deal, but वो instructions में mention करते थे उसको. Instructions में वो कहते थे, for example, let's look at the question 1 to 4 in page 3, right? Now instead of doing that, they're gonna eliminate that because you don't have any page references, so they would not say let's look at the question 1 to 4 of page 3. Instead they would just say let's look at the question 1 to 4. So you will have things mentioned in the instruction in question numbers, in parts, but no more in page references. You would not have any page references in the instruction. Okay? So these were the 3 minor changes that have come up, but it's, as I said, it's important to know. Now, before I end the video, I quickly want to tell you about just so many courses that are just about to start, okay? And you can see the details of all of them on my Unacademy profile, okay? So if you go to the Unacademy website, type in my name correctly, Meenaal Fatma. Why I'm stressing my name is because there are people who skip my one alphabet here and there, and then they don't find me. So make sure you put in my name correctly. It's E and AA. And if you go to Plus courses, you're going to see the entire list of upcoming courses and the ongoing courses and the future mein aane wale courses too, okay? So make sure you go to my profile and give a look to all of them. And once you click the link of these courses, you can see the entire schedule of the courses, what all topics we'll be covering at what time, at what date, okay? And parallelly, you'll also have a demo video adjacent to the schedule, so you can click on the demo video and you can give a look where I'm describing about how this course is going to be like and how strategically we'll be covering all the important topics in that particular course, okay? So these are all Plus courses. So Unacademy pe we have special classes and Plus courses. Special classes is relatively has relatively less number of hours and is not as formatted, and it is the free platform which gives you an opportunity to assess us and test us, and then you can decide as if you want to pick us on our Plus courses, okay? So Plus courses are ones where you have to take the subscription for at minimal rates. Now the Plus subscriptions have a number of advantages because for example, there are all the courses are live, right, and it is well structured. आपको उस course के उस module से related सारे topics को cover करेंगे वो, okay? And you can watch them literally anywhere, anytime, anywhere and anytime, because वो videos अगर आपसे miss हो भी जाती है, अगर आपसे class miss हो जाती है, तो you can get back to them and you can watch them later because they're available offline too, okay? So you are technically not missing anything. And in case you're watching it later and you still have doubts, you can bring it up in the doubt clearing session. So अगर आप देखोगे schedule भी तो हर 3 क्लास के बाद एक doubt clearing session रहती है जिसमें आप हमसे कुछ भी कहीं से भी question ला के पूछ सकते हो. You have that flexibility, okay? And other than that, you have weekly and mega quizzes to assess your performance. And at the same time, all the students on the Plus are given personal attention. And the classes are relatively a lot more interactive and engaging because each and every student are more than just a student. We all have like a very friendly relationship, right? It's always nice to have that casual tone to learn from the other person, yeah? So to attend those classes and courses, you'll have to take the subscription, and this is how the subscription page will open up. By the way, I'm going to be telling about how you can join us in detail in case you have any confusion in the following up video, which is at 4:15. Make sure you join me there, okay? So I would recommend कि आप 3 months का ले लो, but if you have already taken the dates and you don't have time, आप 1 महीने का लेके अच्छे से revise कर लो एक बार. Your last few days for revision is also important. So instead of just searching around and not strategically revising, make sure कि at least आप 1 महीने का लेके मेरा crash course देख लो. Crash course में आपको 23-24 videos हैं which will cover literally all the topics with strategies and examples, okay? And make sure you use my referral code, which is Meenaal Live, to get a 10% discount. And also, if you want me to handle you and take you through the entire process personally, make sure you use my referral code. And from here on, if you have any further questions, you can put up your questions on Telegram, Instagram and Facebook, or in fact Unacademy too. Okay? So is there any more questions? Great. Seems like I was really clear with my explanation. Great. So in case you are watching me later or you have any question, so you can get back to me anytime. I'm always available. Okay. So I hope to see you in my Plus classes. Make sure you like, comment and share it with your friends. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe and press the bell icon. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Hope to see you in my next video too. Bye bye.